everybody. It's the old bear again. The old bear's den of Bigfoot. I got my very beautiful, hot, sexy mother of all our kids. Well, most of them. Kind of put together family, but and I'm out here in my dad's hat. Um, I miss him.
Yes.
But anyway, we got an account for you, and it sounds like there's a chipmunk that wants to get in on the action. Hush! Hey, listen. Anyway, northern Ohio, near Licking County and Muskingum County, I got an email from a lady that is afraid for her parents because they have evidently got Grassman. Yeah, we get to visit him again. Ones I don't like too much. Anyway, babe, is there anything you can say about Ohio?
Squatch.
I guess that's about enough for her.
Especially at one of the state parks.
Yeah, that's right. You did get to see some up there in
Yeah.
South Fork that night.
Little black blobs running around our camper. Little ones.
Yeah. And then
Crazy.
mommy came out, and I saw her. I didn't see the little ones. My wife saw them. When she finally got my attention that night, the little ones had ran off, and mommy stepped out.
Yeah.
And she ain't pretty. Anyway, as you all know, there's Bigfoot in Ohio. In Ohio, they call them, most of them, the Grassman. Well, evidently, this family has been dealing with Grassman for the last few years and never give them any trouble. They go out and steal a few ears of corn here and there and grab up the soybeans. But her brother decided that he was going to start making moonshine. Now he's doing it legally. He went and got an alcohol license and got it okay through the state of Ohio. And he's only allowed to make certain amounts. Did you just hear that?
What does it sound
Like a loud, flat whistle.
like? I don't know. I thought I heard something up there, but I thought it was a kid's playing
I
or
don't
something.
think there's
I don't
kids
know.
on that ridge, babe.
I don't think there is either.
Well, no.
I don't know. I'll listen better.
Anyway, her brother is going about it all legal and everything, and he makes just a small batch of sour mash whiskey. He makes flavors that he only gives to the family, and that's pretty much he just does it for something to do, and he doesn't make any money off from it, and he uses the corn out of his dad's uh, fields. Um, their parents are in their late 60s, so he goes and does a lot of the work in the late fall with the tractors and everything. And he got permission from his mom and dad to do it in a barn that's on the back corner of the property. It's right next to a cornfield. They don't store anything in there except hay. And the hay is on one side, and he's doing this on the back corner of the barn. Well, he didn't have no problem the first year. They didn't do anything. They didn't come down and find the mash. Evidently, he covered it up pretty good, and they didn't smell it.
Hmm.
But this past time that he made it, this past spring in May, he made the mash and made his corn liquor and decided that he was going to bury it out behind the barn. Now, he dug a pretty deep hole. According to him and his sister, it was probably 3 feet deep. He buried the mash in it.
What was it? What was it in? Contained in?
It was in a bottom half of a 55-gallon drum.
Okay.
After you get done with it, you got to do something with the mash because it's no longer good for anything.
Oh, okay.
So he put it in a drum and buried it 3 feet down, and poured the mash and stuff in out of his.
Okay.
I don't know what I guess they call the kettle.
Okay. Gotcha.
So at that point, he went ahead and said, I'll just cover it over with dirt and throw these pieces of board that are here and these rocks that are here and throw them on top of it.
Okay.
That was on a Saturday. A week later, almost a week later, he comes out, goes up there, gets up there on a Friday evening late, it's almost dark, and the mash is gone. The hole's empty. There's nothing in it. Well, that should have been the first clue to not do it anymore. But he went ahead Saturday and made another round of mash. Yeah, corn liquor.
Mm-hmm.
And he evidently made some with orange in it. And I don't want none of it. So he made his flavored corn liquor. Well, after he made the flavored corn liquor, he reburied the mash in the same place, covered it over, and put more wood on top of it and more rocks.
Wow.
Thinking that, maybe a bear came in or, something could dig it up. Nah, it didn't work. He went back up there on Sunday because he lets it sit overnight and then lets it cool. And as he lets it cool, that's when all the flavor starts coming out. When it cools, the flavor goes, in the. And he's up there and he's pouring the jars, and he had too much for the jars that he had. So he decided he was going to take it out back and pour it in there with the mash, and then, just do whatever. Well, he gets around back. He's got probably half a gallon or a gallon of it left over. Boards are all moved. Rocks are all moved. And the ground is dug up, and there ain't no sour mash in the daggone metal drum that he had in there. Well, guess what happened next?
I don't know, but was there something that was drunk running around the woods?
How'd you guess? Anyway, when he got back there on Sunday, he went up there Sunday evening because he had stuff he had to do. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
He had stuff he had to do, and around his dad's farm, and he, like I said, he went around to pour it out, and it didn't do any good to pour it out because there was something that took off running from the backside of the barn. So it made all kinds of noise. So it had to be a freaking tank running through the woods. So, before this, all they ever had was they heard a couple of yells and screams in the summer and then early fall, and then they didn't have no more trouble. And didn't hear anything else the whole time. Well, now it's gotten to the point where his sister comes out on Monday into broad daylight, well after daylight, and you can see that barn because the road comes down this way and then you have to turn and go down to the family. Well, you can see the barn from the road that's up here. She looks over at the barn because she had talked to her brother, and when she went past the barn, she saw two big hairy creatures standing outside pushing each other around. Guess what they probably were fighting over? So things have escalated to the point where they're coming to the house and they're destroying the corn crop in that section of the property. Now they've got quite a bit of property, well over 300 acres, and most of it is well, I wouldn't say forest, but I would say it's got timber on it. It's not a thick forest like around here. It's fairly open, but it's at night. It's enough for a Bigfoot to hide in. If people come by on cars and stuff like that, they can just step behind a tree or stand motionless, and most people will think that it's just a tree standing there. Well, now they're getting screams that are close to their house, and they actually had the house slapped. These things are hanging around at night and wondering where they're going to get their fix.
They're
Yeah, they want to get drunk again and act stupid. Like us humans do when we get out and start drinking sour mash and liquor.
When you were talking about them pushing each other around, I was thinking triple B. Barnyard Bigfoot Brawl.
Yeah, that's a good title for it, babe. Hey, you're pretty good at this. Anyway, they go through the process of doing this stuff, and they go through the process of putting up with all the crap that's going on from these Bigfoot, tearing up property. They've turned his lawnmower over. Well, it's not a push mower. It's a riding mower. It's a pretty good sized little tractor. And they flipped it over. They flipped over his disc. He pulls behind the big tractor, and they've done a few other things around there, and it's not gotten to the point where they're scaring the parents, but the daughter doesn't want that to happen either, which I understand completely. And so at this point, they contacted me. I sent her emails back, told them to install lights on the house, motion sensor lights, way up just underneath the eave trough if the house is a farm style house. Pointed down at the ground and to install lights around the barn. Well, it's worked around the house, but around the barn it seems like they don't care. They've turned the section that is got hay bales into it. Evidently they've been crawling on top of it after they get their sour mash and going to sleep, passing out.
Barnyard bread and breakfast, bed and breakfast for the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, the only problem is with that barnyard bed and breakfast is people come up there and get scared off.
I imagine.
And what happens is they they've had trouble with these Bigfoot. They're not leaving the barn. So the dad wants rid of them. He doesn't want them on his property. And the son is getting his butt chewed out every day from mom and dad. The daughter is scared for her parents and scared for her brother when he's out there. They've seen him 3 or 4 times. And, well, there's 2 options. And I bet you can't guess what those options are.
Flashbangs.
And
Big guns.
yeah, that's basically all I got left. So I'm not going up there because right now, with the way gas is, it would cost me $150 to run my truck up there, and to get back home, let alone trying to pay for a hotel room up there, it's $100 and some dollars. I just don't have that kind of money right now. And so I put them on alert, told them what they can do and how to do things my way. And if that doesn't work, to let me know and I'll figure out a way to get up there. Sounds like the neighbor's hound found a rabbit or a deer. Who knows?
Well done.
Anyway, I hope y'all take something from this. Don't give Bigfoot alcohol. Not
Bad
good.
idea. Bad.
Bad idea. Yeah. And if you're making moonshine, don't give the mash to them. They don't want to leave after that. They get hooked on it. It's like
Candy.
yeah. It's sweet, but it still has a sour taste to it. But it's candy to them. They get drunk like we do, but they're not used to it. They don't know how to handle it. So if anybody out there would like to leave a comment, leave comments in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up. The algorithm is killing us. Views are not happening, and it's getting harder and harder to get content because, well, should I tell them the good news?
Sure.
I'm no longer on the road, guys. I'm not driving across the nation. I am now officially an instructor in the town that I live in for CDL drivers. Don't worry, if they don't know how to drive, they won't be behind the steering wheel. Trust me, I promise you that much. It's not going to be happening. Uh, I'm the only instructor at this place that I'm going to, and my say so has a lot of bearing on them getting their license. I'm going to do the best I can to train people. I expect them to listen, and I expect them to pay attention. And if they can't do those 2 things, then I'm probably not going to let them go on the road. It's my job to help you get your CDLs, but also it's my job to make sure that they're safe and courteous and they know the rules of the road. And that's what I'm going to stand by. So I hope y'all enjoy this. And if you live in my home state and want to learn how to drive tractor and trailer, come see me. Send me an email. I'll put your name on the list. And we'll get you in school. We'll get you trained. And get you trained right. You won't be out here wearing sandals going into truck stops. Just saying. But other than that, I got one other announcement, and I'm going to tell my wife to help me out with this one. Where are we leaving from tomorrow, and where are we heading to?
We're leaving from my job and we're heading south,
West.
southwest.
She's not going to say it. She don't remember the town. We are heading to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, to the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference. I hope to see you all there. All you got to do is look for the shirt. The old bear's going to be wearing a shirt, and so is the Mrs. Bear.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see me, just kind of look to the lower right side of me, because that's where I like to put her arm underneath mine when we walk together. Look for us there. I hope y'all have fun. I hope you come. And it's still tentative about the Squatch out, but things are not looking good for us to go right now. I'm starting a new job. Don't know if I'll be able to get time off. My wife has to put in for those days. So I hope you all understand that. And there's some other issues going on right now that are personal issues, not with us, but with others. Um, so if the Squatch out happens, you'll know probably by the 8th of August. And then you can make your arrangements to stay down there. We don't know if we're going to pull the camper. With gas prices like they are now, it cost us over $300 to go down there last year, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And back.
Yes.
So it'd probably be around $500-$600. And with me just starting a new job, don't know if that's going to work out or not. But if we do make it down there, we may stay in a motel close by. And if you see me at the motel or out somewhere eating dinner or breakfast or whatever, you're more than welcome to come and say hi to us and sit down and talk to us. And if you've got a Bigfoot account, hey, we might just do a video right then and there. So we love you guys. We pray each and every day for every one of you. And I pray that God blesses you beyond belief. And this goes to the young lady that is living in a motorhome. If you contact me again, I lost your email. Evidently, I may have deleted it or whatever. But if you see this and you send me your email, I'll send you a shirt. Let me know. I applaud you for doing what you're doing. It takes guts to do it in this day and time. We hope you love the video, and we hope y'all leave us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm not going to do this all the time. I am just letting you know that whatever way that you wish to help us with these videos and keep these videos coming, whether it's an email to me or a phone call, whatever, and you got trouble, contact me. Please don't contact the rest of them. There's major channels out there that they mean well, but they don't know what they're doing yet. It'll take them a few years and they'll figure it out. We love you all. May God bless each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed time.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.